Let's start off hot right off the bat. Let's talk about the current uprising in fentanyl-related deaths.
Wow. Well, I've lost 24 friends in the past couple of years. The first time I've heard of fentanyl was in 2017 when one of my best childhood friends, William Wagner, passed away. Out of everybody that I know that has died, lost their life due to fentanyl, not one of them was using fentanyl intentionally. So I like to, and not like to, for lack of a better term, I call it fentanyl poisoning. They thought they were doing something they were used to doing recreationally, a bump line of cocaine, a pill, a Percocet, Xanax. No one went, not, none. It does happen and people do use fentanyl, but out of the people I know that lost their lives, they were going to use something else and it was inside. So it's something that hits me really close to home. I just buried one of my another childhood friend, a woman who just became a grandmother, 42 years old. We just laid her to rest a few weeks ago. Once again, was just a night of partying with her friends, and turned fatal for her. Her son's been a mentee of mine for many years, and yeah, and just the word and awareness is just not getting out there. Fentanyl has taken the lives of more people than guns in the past year. And I think that's something that should raise alarm. Every social economic status of people doesn't regardless of race, creed, color, it is taking people out at alarming rates, not slowing down.
And what can parents and teachers and youth advocates do to address what's going on?
Talk about it. Staying quiet and no, not my kid, that doesn't work anymore. It could be that one time. Your kid might not use drugs. Your kid might not, but that one time before you be that one time peer pressured, you did something and oh, I didn't like it. I won't do that again. But that one pill can kill. That one time can be the last time you ever see your son, your daughter. Tell them warn them. I hate the scared straight stuff that never worked. I was always, yeah, I grew up in the dare age, and this is your brain on drugs with the egg cracked in the pan, and I was like, no. But right now, you need to be scared. You need to be scared to try a Skittle from somebody you don't know. And then the thing is, it could be somebody you know and trust. And there's one individual I know. He he sells drugs. He sold to his cousin, not knowing what he was selling was laced. So the I call him the mom and pop drug dealer. They don't know what they have. They didn't create it. They bought it off a person who bought it off a person who bought it off a person. And by the time this is your friend, someone you may have bought from before, and you get it from them, and now you're dead. You know, so this is the scared straight time where, yeah, just the hell say no, please, please.
I'm going to talk about some of the solutions that you offer and provide for the people that are working with this.
So one of the through my time at 12 years of being a youth advocate, doing this community service, nonprofit builder in the service area, I've learned, and through my own life, the communication is not happening. The conversations that need to happen aren't happening, and oftentimes, it's, I don't know if it's an oversight. Parents don't think they need to have it, and also sometimes people don't think they don't know how to say it. How do I tell my child about drugs? So, and we tap dance around it. When, and no fault of the parent, we grew up like that, where parents were like, the stork still brought kids in, where we're not living in that day right now. If you can't sugarcoat information, because as soon as you even spark the interest of a kid, where they're going straight to YouTube, they're going straight to the internet. And then now someone else is teaching your kid about human sex trafficking. Someone else is teaching your kid about drugs. And that person, depending on what pops up first on their timeline, might be promoting it. So, there's people online promoting ODing. Like, you didn't get a good drug if you didn't damn near die. Like, there's people promoting. So on TikTok, so you need to be the one to deliver the message. So what I'm empowering people with and helping to empower people with is the tool to have the conversations. If you didn't know what to say, here you go. I just released a book last week called Stop Fentanyl, and it's geared towards parents and school staff. And I broke down, you can literally read the page of how do I talk to elementary school level kid about this? How do I talk to middle school, high school, young college student? Different levels. So partial of the book makes you aware of what it is, so and then you could take it word for word. And then because sometimes, including myself as a kid, you kind of shoo off your mom or dad, or that's dad. He's going to say this stuff. That's mom. You don't know, even though they do know. So this kind of takes that pressure off you. Like, no, I'm not saying this. I'm saying this from this book. And then also pointed to entertainers, social media influencers who have died, lost their lives, that your child will know. And for as always, stars resonate with us as people. They're bigger than life. So if that person died, oh shoot. So all those things are in there. Messages from mothers who have lost their kids. So it's a tool for the parent, for the teacher to use. And coming soon, I'm waiting on my editor right now, but I've been working on a youth mentoring curriculum for the past 3 years, geared at first towards high risk, high need young men. And it's dealing with human trafficking, gun violence, and drug abuse, primary issues, although it touches in everything: child homelessness, peer pressure. And it's also, again, a tool for people to use to have these needed conversations, including art, has music, has reading, has conversation pieces, because people as human beings, we all learn in different ways. You can have a twin brother, grew up in the same house with the same parenting, and both of you learn different ways. So we wanted to make sure we covered all angles to help our kids.